If you're a professional blogger, no one has to tell you how important an email list is. And the fastest way to grow your email list? Well, that's with a lead magnet. This week, I'm going to tell you 5 tips for using a perfect lead magnet to grow your list. My name is Leslie Peterson, and I help professional bloggers grow their business consistently and with a plan. Less rat race, more cheese. Now, some of you might be asking, what's a lead magnet? A lead magnet is a free piece of information that you offer your audience in exchange for their email address. Now, some of you might already have a lead magnet. If so, I've still got some tips for you. Others of you who might be collecting email addresses might be doing that with just a form that says, enter your email here to subscribe to our newsletter. That's not a lead magnet. We'll talk about how to improve on that in a little bit. Some of you might be wondering if it's worth the extra effort to create a lead magnet in order to collect email addresses. One study from Backlinko indicates a 800% increase in the number of emails that they collected through a lead magnet as opposed to a subscribe to our newsletter box. So I would say yes, it's absolutely worth the extra effort, and we see it time and time again from our customers. In addition to the increased email subscribers, it also establishes you as a trustworthy, authoritative source in your niche. So another great reason to do a lead magnet. Now let's jump into those 5 tips. My first tip is to build more than one lead magnet. If you can offer a piece of free information to all the different types of people that come to your site, then you have a higher probability of capturing one of those people who are visiting. The average opt-in rate is 1.95%, and our goal is to increase that. And you can do that by thinking about the different personas on your site. I'm going to give you an example. In our hyper-local Atlanta site, we have 8 different personas. So we have a persona for people who like to do things outdoors. We have a persona for date nights. We have a persona for people who are locals in the area with children. And then we have a fall persona and we have a Christmas persona. All of those different types of personas have different lead magnets. So that if you come to my site because you're really interested in holiday information, I'm not trying to present something to you about, let's say, hiking the Appalachian Trail. But if you're coming to look at our site for something about, let's say, kayaking, then I want to offer you a lead magnet that's more in line with the type of information that you're looking for. So these multiple lead magnets have a higher probability of attracting people that are most likely to enjoy the content on your site. Having multiple lead magnets with multiple personas increases the conversion rate on people who sign up for those, and it allows you to segment your audience beautifully. The second tip I have for you is that lead magnets are really designed for conversion, to sell people something. Now, as professional bloggers, we don't necessarily have a brick and mortar or a store to sell people things, but I want you to consider about the things you sell. So some of you have courses, some of you have books, others have printables, but we also have affiliates, and we also have high RPM pages. Those are things that we want to get in front of people. We want to sell them. So think about that when you're building your lead magnet, both the lead magnet that you deliver and the email that follows your lead magnet maybe in the next day or 2. I'm going to give you 2 examples. One of our personas is Florida. So our Florida lead magnet is a list of the most unique places to stay in Florida. And of course, they're almost all affiliate links. You just have to be careful. Remember, for example, Amazon doesn't allow you to add affiliate links in an email, but definitely the hotels do, and that's what we take advantage of. Now, for another example, I have a lead magnet for a place here in Georgia called Blue Ridge. It's a very beautiful place in the mountains. We have a lot of Blue Ridge content, and in fact, I have an entire Blue Ridge persona. So the first email that we send to people is a list of quirky and interesting things to do while they're in Blue Ridge. But the second email that gets to them the next day is a list of amazing cabins, and all of those include affiliate links. So I'm sending people to my high RPM pages in the first email with Blue Ridge, and then secondly, I'm sending them my affiliate links. So don't forget, in addition to collecting email addresses, lead magnets are great converters. So think about what it is that you're trying to sell. If these tips are helpful, please subscribe to this channel, and you can also download our free blog post update checklist from the link below. We'll send you weekly emails telling you about the new upcoming videos and some insider tips that only our newsletter BFFs get. Okay, on to number 3. There's a study that says that video lead magnets convert just a wee bit better than written lead magnets. Now, for our business, we've elected to go with written lead magnets, but I do want to put this out there for those of you who have an audience that loves your video content, or you might be better at creating videos than creating posts, then you can leverage that. So for example, if I were going to tell people about the most unique and quirky places in Blue Ridge, I could deliver to them a video that shares that information as opposed to the written content or in addition to the written content. So this is not something that we've tried on our site. We don't create a lot of video, but if it works for you, then I want you to take advantage of it, because those lead magnets that are videos tend to convert just a little bit more. Tip number 4, short form always converts better than long form. So I don't want you to put a novel together for people. I don't want you to offer them a 40-page recipe book in exchange for their email address. Just a little bit of information. Just something nice and sweet and small and easily digestible. Because not only is it going to be easier on you, but it's also going to be more digestible for them. They're more likely to read it, they're more likely to come back, they're more likely to act on it. So you don't have to get fancy. You need to think of something clever that you know your audience is just going to eat up, but it doesn't have to be huge. And then finally, our last tip is about the number of fields that you're using in your form to collect those email addresses. So one field, just the email, that is the number that it's most likely to get you the most number of email subscribers. And I mean about 10-fold more when you have just one field. Now, strangely, if you have 3 fields, statistics say that that's the best number for the highest converting lead magnets. So you just need to think about which one is your goal. You're just looking to get as many email subscribers as you can, then just use the email field. If you're looking to get very specific email addresses, maybe let's say you have a book about how to tackle Glacier National Park, then you might ask for the name and the email address and ask a question like, what's your favorite national park that you visited? Because then you're really getting people to think about what they're asking for instead of just blindly putting in their email address. Oh, this looks good. I think I'm going to put my email address in here. You're getting them to think about it. So when your lead magnet goes to them and you tell them about the 4 best hiking trails in Glacier, but you try to sell your product, which is, let's say, a guide about Glacier, it's more likely to convert. So not as many email addresses or really high converting email addresses. You just have to think about which one is important to you.